The new football saying goes, it's a passing league. So for fantasy football, that means you have to be sure to grab the right receiver or receivers for your squad. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and welcome to this preseason edition of Keepers presented by Old Spice Red Zone. Smell 'em who's boss. I like to use my personal wide receiver scouting philosophy and apply it to fantasy football. I want catches and I want touchdowns. I want the guy that can create his own shot, so to speak, and that's the guy that can take a short pass a long way. And that philosophy should be at the forefront of your mind as you make your selections. Take Dez Bryant, for example. He had to deal with the horrible reality of Matt Castle as his quarterback. He himself was injured and his lips were ashy, so it was just a bad year all around for number 88. Now everything's back to normal, and he's a guy that can flat out get the ball in the end zone. Same with Antonio Brown, as he gives you both of those categories, catches and touchdowns. And in this offense that'll have issues running the ball early on, the short passing game will be their running game, and Brown will be the direct beneficiary of that. Be wary of DeAndre Hopkins and Brandon Marshall because of their quarterback situations. I do believe both guys will be pretty good fantasy plays, but won't be those, oh my God, you gotta get these guys type players. And we don't know yet what the Texans have in Brock Osweiler, and to be completely honest, neither do the Texans. And yet they gave him $70 million. Gotta love America. And Ryan Fitzpatrick will more than likely turn back into a pumpkin this season. The Packers' Jordy Nelson is returning from an ACL injury, and not everyone can beat Adrian Peterson and come back better than ever. Not everyone can beat DMX and drop 2 classic albums in 1 year. So you have to be hesitant taking a guy like Nelson high in your drafts this year. Look for T.Y. Hilton and Golden Tate to be solid fantasy plays all season long. Hilton gets back General Andrew Luck from Gettysburg, and Tate should be able to thrive as a move piece in Detroit's offense thanks to the signings of Anquan Boldin and Marvin Jones. My sleeper with swagger is New Orleans Saints rookie Michael Thomas. 2 reasons: Sean Payton. A lot of the focus will go to Willie Snead, Brandon Cooks, and tight end Kobe Fleener, so Thomas will see his fair share of opportunities to score touchdowns in this offense. The Saints run a lot of play action, despite the fact that Sean Payton thinks running the football is a form of communism. Falling for the Saints play action actually is the equivalent to falling for Hakeem Olajuwon's dream shake where he fakes the ball out of bounds. Like, really? Who's he going to throw the ball to? Or falling for Steve Young's pump fake 30 yards downfield. You deserve your fate if that happens. Anyway, Thomas won't have a lot of catches, but he will end up with 8 to 10 touchdowns. Some good value guys to grab are Keenan Allen of the San Diego Chargers, Jarvis Landry of the Miami Dolphins, rookies Laquan Treadwell of the Minnesota Vikings, and Tyler Boyd of the Cincinnati Bengals. I would stay away from Jordan Matthews of the Philadelphia Eagles and Jeremy Maclin of the Kansas City Chiefs. I think both quarterback situations aren't conducive to those receivers having great productivity. I guess it's too much cheesesteaks and barbecue if you're looking for a joke here, but it's kind of all I got at this point. That's a wrap for this preseason edition of Keepers presented by Old Spice Red Zone. Smell 'em who's boss.